You might have seen this plant before, or maybe you've killed this plant before. Welcome back to episode 21 of 30 Days of Plant Projects, and air plants have been highly requested. So, because of that, I'm going to give you a little air plant 101 and not just one creative way to display air plants, but three. Let's get into it. I always say Tillandsia are like the aliens of the plant world. They don't need soil because, you guessed it, they're epiphytes. Their roots are only used to attach to things like trees, and they absorb water and nutrients via tiny hairs, aka trichomes. This is why humidity is important and why if you live in a dry climate like me, it can be kind of hard to maintain. Adequate light and airflow are also important, which I'll explain here in a second. Be sure to always add a liquid fertilizer. I'm using this one for my friends over at Flourish. Let your air plants soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, and the frequency to water will depend on how dry your environment is and how much light they're receiving. They do need lots of direct sunlight, by the way. Let them dry upside down, and that's it. For our first project, I'm using this vintage container I've had since the shop, and while I could get crazy with adding stuff, I think air plants have so much character already, and so I typically like to keep their displays very simple. For project 2, I'm using this cool piece of cholla, which is the skeleton of a cholla cactus, and I'm actually going to mount this on the wall. Typically, these are just displayed on a tabletop or something like that. You can do whatever you'd like. In case you were wondering, you can fully submerge the entire piece. You don't have to remove the air plant to water. Have you noticed that all of these projects not only look stylish, but provide lots of airflow for the plants? Airflow is super important for these guys, so no matter how you decide to display them, just make sure they can breathe.